finally here, it's finally happening. Hey friends, welcome back to By Its Cover. I'm Leah, and today we are finally talking about the Throne of Glass series by the wonderful Sarah J Maas. So luckily nothing differentiates too much between these covers because I have Throne of Glass all the way through Empire of Storms. I do not have Assassin's Blade because novellas aren't really my thing. Since these didn't really explain enough about Sam for me, I'm probably gonna go get it soon. And then of course we have the book about Cole coming out. And then we'll have the sequel at some point, hopefully in 2018. So, hopping right in. The design for all of these is by Regina Roth, but I'm pretty sure she got married at some point during the series because her name switches in the credits to Regina Flath, but I'm pretty sure it's the same woman. She also did the cover for Afterworlds by Scott Westerfield. Illustration is done by Telexi. Alessandro Taini was the art director. The title font is Augusta Open. It is embossed and has two different metallic varnishes on it to give it that 3D engraved effect. The body copy is Times New Roman for us, fresh change. Augusta Open is actually a very old font. It's designed by Alessandro Butti and Aldo Novaris from 1951 from the International Type Foundry. It's used a lot more for like Roman and Greek purposes, mostly Roman I'm pretty sure, which is why it's not my favorite font in the world for these covers because it's a different world and this one makes me think too much of our world, you know? I just want something like bolder and bigger to go with the awesome illustrations, which we're gonna get to now. So I love these illustrations. I think they're genius. They show great progression of her character and time. They change hair lengths to match whatever is happening. It grows longer to show passage of months. Outfits change, the weapons change. But my favorite thing is that on the back of each one, they have her in a dress instead of fighting armor. It's always fighting dress of some sort, but she still holds weapons with the dress, which is like really badass. My favorite covers are probably a tie between Crown of Midnight and Queen of Shadows. I think I just really love the red, black, and white thing happening, but the fire and the pose on Crown of Midnight is really, really cool and dynamic and like, damn, that just looks really cool. I also dressed as this for Halloween last year. My least favorite of these is probably Heir of Fire. I can't always tell you why. It's a bunch of tiny things, like partially because of the green. I know she's in a green place in this book, but like fire, why is the fire on Crown of Midnight if this one is Heir of Fire? I don't know. I think there's too much open space happening around her that bothers me a little bit, and this is the only one to break the type format because Air is too short to have its own line and have of in the middle like the rest of them, but I understand the choice there. It's just when you lay them all out, like you can tell right away that like that one is different. And again, I'm not really an expert on Fae armor and these other worlds and stuff, but this one, she just looks more like a samurai, which is weird. Maybe it's because she's wearing a dress and she doesn't fight in dresses, but like still has a dress on the back. My favorite back is definitely Queen of Shadows because of the dragon dress. Oh my god. Another small grievance of mine is that her hair is white and her hair is actually blonde. So I just have to like mentally remind myself that sometimes when I'm reading, like, oh right, she's a blonde. Picture the blonde. It wouldn't matter except for Manon has white hair and this is not Manon. I think that the differentiating between her fighting and her girly dress side is important because while Aelin is a total bamf, she still is a girly girl and loves the finer things in life. Something that's weird is this texture that happens on the title pages at the top. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be. I like how I can easily find chapters from the edge because of it, but that's about it. Yeah, so I love these covers and I love these books and everyone should read them if they haven't already. And since I did that kind of fast, we're gonna have a little fun story time here, fam, about how I discovered this series. I was going on a trip soon, I believe, and I wanted some books to read for either the plane or like at the beach or whatever. And I didn't have time to go because of work and band. So I told my dad, go to the YA section, look for a really cool cover, and just get me a couple, and I'll read it. So he brought back one of these books. If you didn't notice, there's no numbering on the spines or the covers, and I had never heard of it before. So I started reading, and I could tell by the language that this was not book one, and I was missing things, but it was doing a good job filling in what I had missed, so I was keeping up and I was enjoying it, so I kept going. And it wasn't until I was about 10 chapters in that I realized I wasn't on book one for sure. I wasn't on book two. I wasn't even on book three. I was on book four. I was on Queen of Shadows, which at that point I was totally invested. I was immersed and I just wanted to keep reading, and I was like, I'll go back, whatever. And it made it for a wild ride. Queen of Shadows is probably still my favorite of the 5, and it set the bar very high, even though I didn't have the full background of everyone's relationships and what they'd been through. Like, I was still invested in all of them. Like, it was so good. I did then go back and read 1 through 3, and then I reread 4, and it just brought it to a whole new light, and I loved it even more. And now I am in purgatory waiting for book 6 with everyone else. Whew, yeah. Yep, so that's that. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Go check out social media for more book covers and typography, fun, loving things. Leave me some suggestions about books you want to see done. See you guys in the next chapter.